Welcome to the luminaries and our planets. Hi everyone, my name is Nicole and I'm an astrologer. Today we're diving into the final part of my webinar series on time. If you haven't seen the previous videos, I highly recommend checking them out. I will link in the description below. So let's begin on the journey through a cosmic trio that shapes our daily lives and inner landscapes: the sun, the moon, and the earth. These aren't just distant celestial bodies orbiting in a space. They are archetypes, mirrors, and metaphors that reflects the dance of duality and unity that we experience as human beings. In astrology, the sun and the moon are known as the luminaries, the two lights in our sky. They never go retrograde and they act as a constant guide for our inner and outer world. The sun represents our outer world, conscious life, and while the moon symbolizes our inner emotional truth. And Earth, our home, is the stage where the eternal dance plays out. Together, they shape time itself, creating our days, nights, tides, months, seasons, and symbols. But beyond their physical influences, they illuminate our psychology, mythology, and spiritual evolution. In astrology, the sun represents the self, our core identity, our purpose, and the spark that gives life meaning. It symbolized our will, our drive to be seen, and the creative force that pushes us to express who we truly are. The sun is the center of the solar system, and in many ways, it is the center of the astrological chart, which is the part of us that seeks to shine. Throughout human history, the sun has been revealed as a deity. In Egypt, it was a Ra, the eye that sees all. And in Greece, it was Apollo, the god of prophecy and light. In India, Surya rises across the sky in the radiant chariot. These myths portray the sun as a powerful, steady force, consistent and visible, and it is a part of us that wants to create, to lead, and radiate. Psychologically, the sun is associated with the left brain, the realm of reason, clarity, and conscious thought. It's about knowing who you are and having the will to become that fully. Just as the sun holds the solar system together with gravity, the solar principle with us organizes our lives around our values and visions. In contrast to the sun, the moon has no light of its own. It reflects. But in that reflection, we find mystery and meaning. The moon governs our emotional body, our subconsciousness responses, our habits, and our memories. It shows how we nurture and seek comfort, and how we respond to life wave. It's the private side of us, and what we feel rather than what we show. The moon is the mother archetypes in astrology. It speaks to our sense of home, security, and belongings. Mythologically, lunar goddesses appear in nearly every culture. Artemis the huntress, Selene the serene, Chandra the soft. The moon is feminine, receptive, and ever-changing. Its cycles influences the tides, our fertility, and even our moods. If the sun is a left brain, the moon is the right brain, the place of dreams, creativity, intuition, and emotional truth. It reminds us that life isn't linear. It ebbs and flows. The moon phases teach us that we don't have to be the same every day. That change is natural, and there's a beauty in shadow as well as in light. Let's talk about the living stage as a duality. Earth is not just a passive observer in this dance. This is the place that where story unfolds. We are on Earth, watching the sun rise and set, watching the moon wax and wane. Here, duality takes on meaning. We experience light and shadow, joy and sorrow, love and fear. Earth is the realm of contrast, the place where we learn through experience. Many spiritual traditions describe Earth as a school for the soul, a place where beings comes to grow through choice. Duality is baked into our existence, masculine and feminine, mind and heart, body and spirit. Even in our own brains reflect this with their two hemispheres, consistently balancing logic and feelings. Earth is sacred because it allows for integration. It's where the conscious will of the sun and the emotional intelligence of the moon meet in the real time. It is our playground and our testing ground and our home, where we learn to navigate polarity and move towards unity. And let's talk about this symbol of duality. The Taoist concept of yin and yang captures this dynamic beautifully. Yin is receptive, soft, and the lunar. Yang is creative, bright, and the solar. They're not opposite in conflict, but forces in a relationship. Each contains the seed of the other, and the black dots in the white half, and the white dots in the black half. It is this interplay that creates life. The sun and moon embody this balance. The sun creates shadow, and the moon shines with the reflected light. The sun gives us energy, and the moon teaches us to rest. One is linear and direct, and the other is cyclical and gentle. Together, they model the integrated self, one that honors both action and rest, reason and emotion. In this dualistic 3D reality, we must have contrast in order to evolve. Without darknesses, there's no appreciation for light. Without silence, there's no appreciation for music. The key is not to pick a side, but to dance between them with awareness. Let's talk about their cosmic dance. Eclipses are rare and sacred moments when those three celestial bodies, Sun, Moon, and Earth, aligned perfectly. They are the universe's powerful reset, a sacred moment when everything stands still and all is made ready to begin again. A solar eclipse occurs when the moon comes between the earth and the sun, momentarily dimming the light of consciousness. A lunar eclipse happens when earth blocks sunlight from reaching the moon, casting our own shadow on it. In astrology, eclipses are moments of sudden insights, powerful transformation, and karmic revelation. They shake us out of patterns, revealing truth that were hiding or giving us to the courage to begin anew. Eclipses are initiations. They make a turning point both personally and collectively. Energetically, they invite us to confront that we haven't been seeing clearly. They dissolve illusions and open doors. Ancient cultures revere them as an omen or portals, times when the veil between worlds become thin, and they continue to affect us today, physically and energetically, with a deep call to change. And let's talk about the mythology of their relationships. Across cultures, the sun and moon are portrayed as celestial counterparts. Sometimes lovers torn apart, other times siblings in eternal pursuit. In Norse mythology, Sol and Mani are chased through the sky by wolves. never able to rest. In Hindu mythology, Rahu and Ketu causes eclipses by consuming the sun or moon, creating cycles of karma and rebirth. These stories are more than fairy tales. They encoded wisdom about the rhythms of life. The pursuit and eclipses, the interplay of light and shadow are metaphors for the human experiences: desire, separation, reunion, and transformation. The mythology of the sun and moon has shaped how we tell time. Lunar calendars and solar rituals, solstices, and full moons have organized the human civilization for thousands of years. These stories link us to the sky and to our ancestors, who actually watched it just like we do, searching for meaning. The archetypes of the sun and moon are deeply embedded in our collective psyche. We see them in sacred art, in music, in poetry, in tattoos, even in brand logos. The moon appears in love songs and fairy tales, the sun in golden crown and halos of saints. They speak to something primal within us. Artists like Van Gogh painted their essence into the skies. Writers like Shakespeare used them as metaphor for love and madness. Children wish upon stars, guided by the moonlight. We don't always name those symbols, but they shape how we dream and feel. The sun and moon are part of our DNA, symbols we carry within us from birth. They represent the seen and unseen, the known and the mysterious. They are woven into our subconsciousness, surfacing in our imaginations and guiding us through life without needing words. When we truly understand the sun and moon, we unlock the foundation of astrology. These two luminaries teach us the basic of consciousness and emotion and prepare us for the next layer. The planet Mercury is the first to follow, orbiting closely to the sun, symbolizing thought and communication. Venus and Mars bring the dance of desire and action, love and conflict. Then the societal planet, Jupiter with its wisdom and expansion, and Saturn the teacher of time and boundaries. Finally, we arrive at the transpersonal planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, messengers of transformation, spiritual awakening, and soul's evolution. But all of that rests on the original two, the sun and the moon, the only lights we can see without a telescope. They are our introduction to astrology because they are always present, always watching. They are the bridge the personal to the universal. Their movements become meaningful from Earth's point of view. So every morning when the sun rises, we are being asked, who do you want to be today? And every night when the moon ascends, it gently inquires, how do you feel? The sun and moon are not just above us, they are within us. And Earth is the sacred mirror where we learn to balance them both. This cosmic dance is more than astronomy or symbolism. It's mapped to ourselves. It teaches us about rhythm, polarity, and harmony. It reminds us that life is both active and receptive, both bright and dark, and that both are sacred. As we deepen our understanding of astrology, remember it all begins with a light and shadow, consciousness and feeling, day and night. The dance of the sun, moon, and earth is a story of becoming. It's something that continues within each of us. Thank you for being part of this journey. I hope this three-part webinar series offered you something meaningful. A new insight, a spark of wonder, or simply a moment of reflect. Again, my name is Nicole, and you can find me more about my work on my website. All the details are listed below in the description. And I will leave you with this thought. We are stardust brought to life, then empowered by the universe to figure itself out. And we are the way the cosmos can know itself. Carl Sagan. Thank you for being here, and may you continue to dance with the stars.